Welcome everybody to episode 4 of the Bingo Bongo podcast. I'm Bingo.
I'm Bongo.
I'm Carter. I can't remember what I was supposed to say.
You're Bango.
I'm Bango. I
She
forgot.
is Bango. Why did you do da-da-da-da-da?
On accident.
Oh, okay.
Shut the fuck up, John.
Dang. Okay.
That's Carter, producer Carter. We also got producer Lily on the bed. She's camera shy.
You don't. Yeah, you're not gonna see. Yeah.
She's not gonna be in this episode. She might be a guest star in a future episode.
Maybe episode 67.
Maybe episode. Yeah. So, welcome to our first guest star of the series, folks. Carter. Carter, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Didn't know I was gonna have to do that. Okay.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
What's your social security number?
Oh, perfect.
I know most of the digits of her bank number. Cuss words.
Oh,
Not my bank
no.
number. Not my bank number.
Your card number.
My
Cuss words. Cuss me.
No, thank you.
Let's X that out. Let's X that out.
We'll just do cuss words. Cuss words. Cuss words.
Roddy across your mouth.
We'll Roddy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Y'all should just do the little censor noise they do on TV.
Actually, YouTube doesn't like those.
Yeah, probably YouTube.
It's not like
No, but
They-
cuss words is funnier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. We use
Okay.
Or
him
Roddy!
saying cuss words on top of it.
This
It's really
is-
funny.
That's actually pretty hilarious.
This is episode 4.
This is episode 4. We've come so
We're
far.
We're even better. Every episode, even better. Every episode.
There's a
even
second
better.
camera.
We got a
There's
second cam today.
It's like a
Whoa.
diagonal camera. This is awesome.
We got the John Carter cam.
The John Carter cam.
John Carter. We got the
We got the John Ashton and
we got
Carter
the foot cam.
There is no foot
We'll
cam.
make some B-roll with my feet.
We'll record after the fact, like
Yeah,
not even
we're-
the same day.
We'll do it like later.
Okay.
Oh yeah, new shoes.
New shoes.
Oh, God.
New shoe. Who dis?
New shoes.
Don't hit the camera or the fucking mic.
New shoes.
New shoe. Who dis?
My papa got me some new shoes.
That's cool.
He got them, and for his size feet, it's size 12s, and these are not size 12s. These are size 10s and a half. And he said, Ashton, you can have these.
Do they not
Nice.
fit?
They fit me. They're not, but they're
Yeah,
not
they
12s.
don't fit him.
They're not 12s.
But they fit Ashton.
They fit me.
Okay.
They're pretty nice.
That's
I
why
like them.
Ashton is in possession of them now.
Oh, I thought you said Ashton had a size 12 foot.
I have a size 10 and a half.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, never mind. I was like, how do you fit them? Anyways,
Carter, where'd you go to high school?
that's a
Carter,
weird.
what's your mother's maiden name?
Bilbus. I
Oh,
believe.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
I believe it was Bilbus back in
Yeah.
1972. Bilbus
Schmicken?
Schmicken. married
What did
prairie
I
dog
send you the other day?
McCracken.
What did I send you the other day?
I don't know what you sent me the other day. I probably didn't look at it. Was it on Instagram?
Rude.
Was it on Instagram?
No, you literally replied to it. It was something Franklin
I don't
in
know.
the group chat.
I don't know.
We did prairie dog McCracken.
Oh. Shut the fuck up, John. It's Prairie McCorkle.
Oh.
He's just making
He always gets
things
it
up. It was we did Prairie Dog McCracken. No, it's Prairie McCorkle.
Oh, I'm
God
sorry.
damn, John. Yeah. I called John. I was like, John, I left a voicemail. John, please don't delete this voicemail. Don't delete this voicemail, John. I need you to say this voicemail. I need you to write. I need you to text me. I need you to write this down. Write this down. This is very important. Don't leave that over there. Leave it down there. You're gonna be reaching behind them.
I'm gonna kick it down there though.
Don't kick it.
Oh my
Have some
fucking
spatial awareness.
God damn
I was like, John,
There's a
write
lot to
this down.
think. There's a lot to think about.
Write
Now I
this
gotta
down.
think about what's under my feet.
It's so easy.
This is the pissed off episode, by the way.
John's pissed off. It's like
Don't
it's like
reach
the dick
around.
to your balls.
Don't reach around. No.
Prairie McCorkle. I told him write this down. Prairie McCorkle. Can't forget it. Can't afford to forget it. I could never forget it. Don't. And I didn't even need him. And then he coming back and I told him and he was just laughing. And he spelled it wrong. I told him how to spell it and he spelled it wrong.
I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care. Oh, I spelled Prairie McCorkle wrong. Who gives a fuck?
Oh, I also got a new I got a new CD player too.
It's green?
It's green. It's a CD cassette player actually. So this is the cassette player right here.
Wow,
It's great. This is the CD player here. I'm really happy about it.
that's cool.
And
I got 2 records yesterday.
tell them what they were.
Hey.
You don't. They're in your room, right?
2 of them. Yeah. I got Paramore. I can't remember the album name.
I don't remember either. It's their first album.
Yeah, it's their first one with the couch.
2004, I think,
No idea.
Interesting.
or 5.
It has oh fuck, what's that song?
Falling.
Decode. It
Oh,
has-
Decode is not on that.
No, not Decode. Emergency.
Okay.
Emergency. Okay.
I don't know words. It's fine.
The name of their first album is All We Know Is Falling.
That
yeah.
one. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So I got that, and then I got Tyler Childers live at Red Barn.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Carter also got me. I paid them back, but got me AM by Arctic Monkeys. Pretty
yeah.
cool. Got them from a really good local record store. And I also got in the mail the other day these 2 cassettes, Smog, Knock Knock, and Incubus Morning View, which I will be talking about soon. I'll probably talk about both of these soon.
Ooh.
Anyways, let's I want to talk about something with you guys.
Okay.
Crack cocaine.
What about it?
I don't want to talk about that.
You don't want to talk about crack cocaine?
I'll talk crack cocaine.
So, what's
I'll
your...
just stay over here.
What's my
And this
favorite?
whole time we'll cut to this camera, so I'm not even in frame. It's just you looking uncomfortable. What's your favorite variety of crack cocaine?
Probably the marble.
What does that mean? Marble? Like it's white, like we're Greek?
No,
My
we're-
drug addict boyfriend over here.
cut it with marble.
Oh.
It's a denser type of crack, and it doesn't taste very good. But when you smoke
Are
it,
drugs supposed to taste good?
I don't know. When you smoke,
Why would you go back if they didn't taste good?
when you
It tastes
smoke it,
good.
it's supposed to make you feel like you're a bowling ball.
Just fired it a little bit.
What?
That's it. I like marble crack cocaine.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Is that real? Yes or no?
Google fact check me.
Google, show me this guy's marble
Googling
crack
it. I'm
cocaine.
googling this now.
You have to Google.
Producer Lily's
This is on
googling
Google.
marble crack cocaine. So feds, when you check her search history later.
I'm more of the. I like black crystal meth. That's more my thing.
What about white crystal meth?
I like blue crystal.
Oh,
meth.
blue.
That Walter White bullshit.
Hey, breaking balls.
Dude,
What's
have
up?
you
Break
ever
my
seen that
balls.
meme? Have you ever seen that meme?
Yeah.
Where it's the one scene of Breaking Bad.
Guys,
He throws something. I don't know the actual scene, but it's the meme where they're like,
We throws
what
the
if?
thing down, the
No,
exploding
no.
thing.
No. He like throws it into a fire. I'm assuming. I have
Okay,
no
something
idea.
like that.
so it's a
And
scene.
it's like, shut up.
I'm
Shut the
sorry,
fuck up,
I'm sorry,
John.
I'm
Shut the
sorry.
fuck up.
Stop it. And he like on the thing it says in Breaking Bad was about helium instead of meth. And he throws it and it goes up.
It's so funny. It's so dumb. It's like we'll see when he's like throwing the bag to like Tuco or something.
Oh,
or, like,
yeah.
to Gus Fring,
Or whatever.
whatever the guy is.
So funny.
But it
And
just
it
goes
just goes
upwards.
up. And they
It
just
goes
kinda-
up and they're all
and they're
just
just
like
Yeah, it's really funny.
Did
sounds
y'all
fun.
actually know that the
oh.
actors from Breaking Bad, they kept getting in trouble for eating the meth? Apparently it was delicious.
Oh wow, I didn't know
What did
that.
they use for it?
Probably like
I don't know, I
candy.
think Jolly Ranchers or something.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
probably like a candy. Where did my co-host go?
Oh,
I'm back, squad.
Oh, he's back.
he's back.
So here's the thing, just like episode 3, I have planned absolutely nothing. And once we hit record and we actually started talking, my brain went, oh fuck, I have
Yeah.
nothing planned.
I got one thing planned.
What's that?
Come here, I'll whisper it in your ear.
Oh
Come
Christ.
here, I'll whisper it in your ear. Come here. Here, look at me.
Brittany.
Fucking, no, that's called sexual harassment.
That's
I
not-
almost headbutted you.
Carter, see if you can get him to do it. See if you
No.
can get him to do it.
I'm not, no, we'll kiss later. We're
Kisses
kissing later.
We'll kiss later?
No,
What the fuck, John? What the fuck?
don't
lying?
get me angry.
Are you lying?
Happy Pride Month.
It's angry episode.
It's the angry episode. Now, don't get me angry.
I don't want to be angry.
I don't either.
I've been angry all day. I've been at
So,
work.
yeah. So, I will say,
Carter works at the addiction store.
she works
Kind of.
she works at the Walter
Addiction-
White store.
The addiction store.
No.
Where do you work, Carter?
ABC store.
What is that for our
Should we not
non-American
talk
viewers?
about where you work?
I'm not saying specifically where.
She works at the
Oh yeah,
ABC on
I worked at the
123 52th Street.
Yeah, exactly. What?
One near the homeless guy in West Marlboro.
She lives on Marble Crack Cocaine Road.
Marble Crack Cocaine Road.
Yeah, I live next to Walter White.
Okay. Do we have any questions for Carter? Let's move along.
Speaking of Albuquerque, next episode we're talking about Weird Al. Just kidding.
Why the fuck are we doing recommendations now?
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about Weird Al next episode.
Okay.
That was a joke.
Kidding.
But I will talk about Albuquerque one day, and part of the episode will just be doing the whole thing. I'll just do the whole thing.
Okay.
Isn't it like 7 minutes long?
Way back. It's 11. Way back when I was
Okay,
just a little
we don't
bitty
have
boy.
to. We don't have to.
Sorry, guys.
So,
So what happened at work today?
Ugh, so many things, but not enough things. You know?
you know what I want to talk about? Do you know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about your modeling career.
Carter is a model.
Carter
one
has
of two models that I know.
Is a published in a magazine model. So let's talk
That's
about
usually
that.
what published means.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
what if they were publishing a book, okay, or a movie?
Okay. You know. So I want to talk about that stuff that's like, what are your what's your portfolio? And that portfolio is modeling.
That one is very brief. I'm in 2 different issues of the same magazine,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not like way out there. I also didn't get paid for it.
You want to know
A
what
lot of people
the
think I
magazine's
get
called?
paid for it. I don't.
Hot Cunt Magazine.
It's called hotchickswithdicks.com.
XXX.
XXX. Hot chicks with dicks. That's pretty good. You can have that one for free. Okay.
Bigdumpers.com.
Big dumpy dumps.
Dumpers. Ooh.
What is it actually called?
It's called Libel.
Libel.
Yeah. It's
Libel or libel?
L-Y.
Oh, never mind. Because libel is Libel.
No, it's Lybell.
That sounds like how you pronounce it.
Libel, yeah.
So,
I have no idea.
don't hurt me.
But no, you
Carter could hurt me.
I could.
Yeah.
You should zoom in on my face when I say that.
You can. You're a dangerous person. Not that you're dangerous, but you know how to throw down.
I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've lifted weights before.
Yeah.
I've lifted weights before. What does that mean? I can
She's
go
a
lift a
strong
weight right
person.
now.
She's a strong person.
Okay.
She can throw down.
Yeah, I believe that. Not because she lifted weights once.
Just one time.
No. I don't know anymore.
Carter, tell me about your.
I'm pissed off.
Yeah, John kept telling me earlier. He was like, "This is the pissed off episode," because I'm pissed off.
You know what, guys? Fuck you.
Why are you
Fuck
mad?
this.
Why are you pissed off?
What's wrong, John?
Why is this the best off episode?
Because Ashton was doing some bullshit earlier,
That's
and I was like, "This is so dumb." I'm angry.
What did I do earlier?
You were getting the cameras ready. That's it.
What
And
an
it was-
asshole!
But you were telling me to.
Dick.
You were telling me to do something, and I was just like, "Fuck this." I'm pissed off now.
That's me when anybody asks me a single question. at
Exactly.
work. no, it's like, excuse me, fuck you.
Exactly. Where's the applesauce? Fuck you, bitch. That's like exactly what I want. It's an old grandma. Fuck you.
My favorite excuse to use at work though is I don't drink.
Oh
People
yeah.
will ask me, "Hey, have you tried that?" I'm so sorry.
I'm under
I actually
21.
don't drink.
You do
19.
drink.
I know, but like I tell them that because I haven't tried many things,
Mm.
and when I do try things, I don't ever like them.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm celibate. That's what you should say.
I work at the sex store, yeah, but I don't. Yeah.
What do you recommend?
I
This or
don't
this?
sex.
Sorry,
Do you
I
recommend-
I don't sex.
Do you recommend dick or pussy? Asexual.
I'm sorry. I celibate. I don't know.
I celibate.
I'm a voluntary celibate, but I work at the sex store. People come up to me all the time. Yo,
What's your favorite sex position?
What's your favorite sex position? I'm like the one where I'm not there. I call it the my bed alone.
The in my bed crying.
I call it the 40-year-old
My bed's
version.
sleeping.
That's
Ugh.
really funny. I know sex.
I
That's
know
really
sex.
funny. That's really funny. All right.
Carter,
Ooh.
I want you to tell me a little bit about your earring collection.
Oh boy. I have a whole collection of weird, funky earrings. I really, really love them. You literally can't even fit them all in one picture. I have so much. My favorites are probably my dentures.
Yeah, those ones are good.
Those are good ones. My worm on a string, and my rubber chickens because they actually squeak,
They
and
squeak.
I love that
What
so
about the
much.
rats?
I do love the rats. They're not super high up on my list. though.
Gotta get you some sharks.
Dude, if I had
Brother.
sharks,
Be over. Game
it
over.
would be over. This would be my favorite.
We gotta get pictures of those earrings also for the camera.
Oh yeah,
for the audience.
Just do the.
But they
I'm
don't
wearing
fit
my
in
duckies.
one picture, John. They don't fit in
No,
one picture.
no. The picture of the dentures, the top.
Oh, yeah, we'll
all
get
those
those.
little ones.
We'll do the what's it called? The influencer thing.
Sure. We'll do
You might
that.
just put them on your head.
My duckies.
Your ducky.
I just fixed these recently. Oh, should I do it in this one?
Yes, that's closer. Yep. Ducky.
Yeah, because Ashton was nice enough to give me
What'd I do?
super glue.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did.
No
so I
big
got
deal.
to fix my duckies and my worm on a string. I haven't been able to wear those for a while.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carter was nice enough to give me AIDS.
What the fuck? That's a hate crime. That's a hate crime.
Wait.
Just because I'm gay.
Giving me AIDS is a hate crime. Yeah, the bitch hates me. So
Whoa,
they gave
whoa,
me
whoa,
AIDS.
whoa, whoa! When did? Why not?
And it
Where
wasn't.
was
It
me?
wasn't via
Where
sex.
was me?
It wasn't via. By the way,
It
we
wasn't
didn't.
via
We
sex.
didn't. We didn't have sex. Carter poked me with a needle while I was sleeping. A crack needle while I was sleeping. Just gave me AIDS. It was just full of straight AIDS, just raw AIDS, just liquid AIDS. Right me. Right.
You don't
Oh no,
use
someone's
a
talking.
syringe for crack.
All
Hold on a
right,
second.
cut.
Jackass.
Cut that.
Dad came in.
That was John's father.
Dad came in asking saying dinner's
The only
ready.
thing you heard before he told us the dinner's ready.
I
I
have
have
AIDS.
AIDS.
No, not that. It's Carter gave me
Carter
AIDS.
gave me
Not
AIDS.
just that, but also you don't use a syringe for crack.
Yeah. That's true.
This is how much we know about drugs, by the way.
Wait. So
No,
you
it was-
watched Intervention as a kid?
No, you're right. You're right. It wasn't a crack syringe. It was a marijuana syringe.
That's worse.
So, how do you like your crack? Snorted, smoking.
I
take it by syringe.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Why did I
I take
say
my
that
crack
you
by
gave me
syringe.
AIDS? Why did I say that?
Crack by
I don't know.
syringe.
What do you like? Do you like snorting? You like smoking? I don't like syringe. I'm a syringe kind of guy.
I do
Nah,
crack
boof
straight in
it.
the veins. You boof it? Damn.
I
I just
boof it.
eat it. I do edible crack.
I, I just chomp on it.
Edible crack. Oh.
This is a crazy episode.
Oh, there's also suppository crack right up the butthole.
That's pretty funny.
You'd probably straight up die. If you put crack in your butthole, you'd probably just die.
Your butthole falls out.
Your butthole would
My
fall out.
pussy.
Right in the,
Pussy crack?
right in the pussy.
Yeah, but how about the butt crack?
Let's talk about that word.
How about what?
Let's talk about the word bussy. That's about how
I don't
want
want to talk about pussy, bro.
I don't like it.
That's not.
You know what it means?
I give. Yes?
It's not fun.
What does it mean?
It means butt pussy.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't mean that.
What does it mean?
Boy pussy.
What?
Yes.
That's even worse. That's
I did not
even
know- I
worse.
did not know that.
He said I don't like boys.
Boy, that's disgusting.
Because it's about twinks. It's a twink thing.
But like, yeah,
Oh, I just assumed it was about trans guys.
I have no idea.
but
I have no idea.
bussies.
This is some bad little. Your parents are gonna watch this.
One of my favorite jokes, though, is like adding ussy to like any.
Oh yeah,
other
like
word.
pussy.
I said that. I said
Yo,
that.
I was stuck in the train track earlier, and all I could think about was the trussy.
I
The
was-
second that caboose rolled by, the trussy.
I was at work with Ashton the other day, and I looked at him and I said, "Hey, yo, mayo nussy," because the mayonnaise had like a little slit. I said the mayo nussy, and he looked at me and said, "I didn't quite hear you. What'd you say?" And I was like, "I'm not saying this louder than I am, so I'm just gonna stop talking."
Really funny.
Wow, I didn't hear you. I didn't.
You
know
said what?
that.
Have you ever read the word citrusy?
Citrusy.
Like describing something that has
yeah.
citrus flavor?
Is it spelled like that?
Yes.
Citrusy.
Yeah.
SSY.
The internet has broken my brain.
That's
I
so
swear
funny.
to God, because I was reading some fucking package and I was like, "What the fuck does that say?" Just a citrusy.
What about the penis pussy? The pussy.
The pussy.
The pussy.
Oh, just like you got
The
jorts,
penisy.
you got jorts, you got the gel, you got the jollet, you got the jacket,
The jussy.
That's a good one.
The
the jeans.
We gotta go back to traditions, guys. Just straight pussy. That's it. That's all that matters.
Back to tradition.
Straight pussy. That's the traditional.
What just came out of my mouth?
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes the pussy. Oh, there goes the...
Oh, there goes the pussy. All right, that's about
That's
it.
done.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Welcome to Bingo Bongo.
We're gonna bingo. We're just gonna restart.
No.
Hey guys, we're gonna...
That was all. That was a warm up.
Warm up
You know
is
what? There
crazy.
is something I would like to talk about though.
What would you like to talk about?
It's a little song.
A song? We're starting the songs. We're starting recommendations.
We're
recommendations.
gonna talk about no. Yeah.
What?
We're gonna talk about.
Oh, like
We
last.
recommend
let's
the
talk
last-
about our song now.
Let's talk about the
I
art
see.
shit now.
We're gonna talk about
Real talk.
Let's
now.
talk about Vienna for a second. You want to switch seats, John, so I can
Such
talk to
a good
Carter?
song.
Do you want to switch seats? They'll
So I
fuck
can be in
everything up.
this. Let's take 2 seconds. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's take 2
What
seconds.
are you sitting in my chair?
Yeah, just for this segment. That way I can be in the Zoom, the close up.
Such a good song.
Fuck. John, go sit down. Go sit
God
down right
damn it,
now.
he hit
Don't
the
sit
camera.
down, sit down.
You did it! Don't yell at me! I'm pissed
Sit
off!
down. Sit down.
You sit down!
You sit down.
down.
Fuck.
He fucked everything up.
Fuck.
Oh, and then we gotta sit here for 5 minutes and worry about this. I'm pissed off.
No, it's good. This is good. Like, we're good.
I'm getting angry. This is nice though.
Okay. This time you get up. You get up first. I'm gonna go this way.
God damn it.
To life.
Am I in
Back
frame?
to
You're in frame
reality.
there. Oh my fucking god, this fucking guy. Yeah, you're in frame.
Am I like okay?
We'll switch back.
This fucking guy.
We'll switch.
fucking
We'll switch
guy.
back.
This fucking guy.
All right.
What's up, squad? I'm over here now.
What's up, Ashton?
Hey, Carter.
It's been a long time.
Carter, you're my number one non-binary homie. Carter, I want to talk to
Remember
you.
when I was your number one op?
This one time I was hanging out in John and Carter's house, and I was like, we were talking about like how I met or whatever, because I met them both independently and then kind of introduced them to each other.
Mhm.
And so I went up to Carter and I was like, Carter, I just want you to know,
He held my hand while he said this, by the
if
way.
things had been different between you and John, you know, if you guys hadn't gotten together, if things had been different, I just want you to know, you would have been my number one op. I would have killed you in your sleep, bitch. I would have
Ow.
sliced that throat months ago. Your life would have been over. All of
Oh.
it gone down the drain.
And then he broke my arm and like ripped me out of the bed. Just by the
And I
way.
had to like kick Ashton. That was a whole restraining order.
That
Whole
was
months of court.
months.
Yeah.
We're good now.
We're good now. We're good.
We forgived. We have not forgotten.
Yeah, obviously not forgotten.
The scars are still there.
Yeah, her arm is still
Ew.
adjusted.
Speaking of
Are you trying to relate it to me?
speaking of getting mauled and almost dying,
No.
Yeah.
Fuck.
we're gonna talk about a song by the Army of the Navy, a very modern indie rock group. Wow, I just kicked that shit. I guess.
Didn't you say I have that spatial awareness earlier? Don't kick my drink.
By a band called the Army of the Navy. It's two chicks, as far as I know.
Mhm.
They're like pretty. They're from. Oh shit! I read about. They're from San Francisco. I looked this up the other day, actually.
I thought it was Sacramento.
No, they're. I said they're probably from Sacramento, and I was wrong.
Oh, I see.
They're from San Francisco,
I remember.
or the San Francisco area.
Mhm.
They have this song called Vienna (parentheses in Memoriam) that Carter and I both really like. She turned me on to it.
So good.
You want to tell me what the song is about? It's like 2.5 minutes, probably 2 minutes and 36 seconds. You want to tell me what the song's about? 24 seconds. I bet it's 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
Okay.
Pull it up. Pull it up, bro.
Pull it up.
I gotta know who I'm from.
I think
right.
she's asleep. Oh,
We're
just
good.
kidding.
You have. Doesn't matter.
I don't have my phone on me. It's literally right there.
My
Yeah.
phone's over
Anyway,
there.
mine is on the bed.
We're
Anyway,
good. We're good.
so it starts out talking about looks like the cat did a number on you. So
Vienna.
yeah, Vienna. And
Took a brick off the side of the stoop.
mhm.
Dear Vienna,
It's
na
poor
na na na
Vienna.
na.
It's poor Vienna.
It'll be over
Yeah.
soon.
Okay, we need to stop now. So it's about a mouse that gets caught by a cat and sort of almost dies, but then the humans find her and have to kill her, basically, to put her out of her misery.
Is that what it's about?
Yeah. He takes the brick off the side of the stoop,
As in
putting
killing
her out of her misery. It's a baby mouse. It's so sad. The first time I heard it, I didn't super understand, because, like, you know,
Yeah.
I wasn't super listening.
I thought the brick was like a tombstone, and they thought, oh
Mm-mm.
shit.
Yeah, so like the cat caught the mouse, did the most damage until like, you know. Anyway, so yeah, it's just about like the mom mouse basically like looking for the baby, and it's so sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad, but it's such a beautiful song because the Army of the Navy has really good grasp on harmonies. Oh my
An
god.
atmosphere.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Like there's just the opening song with the plucking of the guitar and the kind of the background vocals they do with the or whatever they do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like almost angelic.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's
It is.
kind of what it is.
Mhm.
Because like the baby mouse died.
Vienna,
That didn't have any
na, 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 na,
sands.
It'll
Sands.
be over soon. Carter made a really interesting observation the other day. We're listening to it. Carter was like, man, this song is just so short. It sucks. I love this song so much, but it's so short and too soon. I kind of looked over at Carter and I was like, dude, that's because that's what the song is emblematic of.
Yeah.
Of sometimes beautiful things end too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the mouse, like the song, they end too soon.
Yeah. And I was thinking about it more because I remember a couple days ago you put on Billy Idol as well. No. Is it Billy Idol? Vienna? Who sings Billy? Who sings?
Billy Joel?
Billy Joel.
Billy Idol sings, "Don't fuck with me, I'll kill the queen."
Who the fuck is that?
I think that's Billy Idol. I don't
I
know.
have
Kill
no
the
idea.
queen?
I'm
I don't
so
think he
bad
probably
with
would say that.
names.
I got a gun to the head.
I got a gun. I'm gonna kill Margaret Thatcher. Oh, suck my dick. That's Billy Idol.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Hey,
No.
hey, Fred Darts.
But
Yes. I'm gonna go back. Sorry.
anyway.
You wanna be a soul?
Guys. You play Vienna by Billy Joel. And I was thinking about it, and I feel like that song is a lot like the girl wants to go home. Like, she's young and she's, like, kind of homesick. So maybe that's why they named the mouse Vienna.
Yeah.
Because the mouse obviously did not have a name.
Mhm.
You know, the humans had to give her a name.
Right.
Yeah, and I think I definitely agree with that because I remember we talked about that a long time ago.
It's got so many levels.
I never even thought about that.
Because in the song they say, "You're not coming home."
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, that might be a line from the Billy Joel song. I don't know. I did play it the other day.
Well, Vienna waits for you.
Vienna
is all
waits for
about
you, yeah.
coming home. Like you'll have, but that mouse doesn't come home. She goes.
So sad.
They go straight to hell.
Don't say that.
We don't know. All mice go to heaven. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All mice go to heaven.
Yeah.
That was a bad joke.
It was. The episode's done.
Bum, 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 bum.
Any other Vienna thoughts?
I have so many, but like none of them make sense. They're just like
Their feelings.
screaming
Their
because
feelings.
it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. I just
That's-
hit my elbow.
Oh,
It's
you
really
know what?
hard.
There's a really interesting line too. And God, I've lived a lifetime because I'm big and tall. But
Who am I to kill for?
the crime,
of being small.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's really nice.
I think about that a lot,
Yeah.
especially like at work. We're not supposed to have
Vienna Carry On is the next line after that.
Yeah.
And then the key changes and it's like a little bit more upbeat, like a tiny bit more upbeat, and then it's like okay, everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, and that's the
Everything's
end.
gonna be okay.
That's the end of the song. Vienna Carry On is the last lyric.
Yeah, I like that. I like that Vienna Carry. I like it when a sad song at the end is like, by the way, go get some tacos.
Sure.
Go paint a smile on your face.
Yeah.
Let's put a smile.
Oh
on that face.
God. No, yeah. The Army, the Navy has
Yeah,
a
like that.
lot of really, really good songs. Their EP. Are we talking about their EP right now?
You can talk about it real quick.
Okay.
Fruit for Flies 2024.
So good. So good. It's so crazy to me that they just started making music like 5 years ago.
Really?
Only 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure they first released stuff in 2020.
Okay.
Or am I crazy?
I don't know.
It's either 2020 or 21. I don't remember.
Interesting.
I've listened to the thing with Carter, and I like the song. I don't really know much about the group though.
Me
Ugh,
neither.
so good. See, my thing is I'm really bad about like just listening to shit and not looking further at all into
Yeah.
it. I don't know. I really love the Army, the Navy though. They were my hyperfixation song for a while. Excuse me, because I listened to Vienna for a really long time, and then I listened to what's that one song? I think it's Persimmon.
Yeah, you don't like Persimmon, something like that.
I like that one
I
song.
don't like
What's it called?
Persimmon.
Wild Years, or Being Wild, or
Wild
whatever?
Thing.
Wild
Yeah,
Thing. Yeah, I
think.
like that one.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the very end of
Yeah,
the EP.
the last song.
So
Because that one, I think that one's about like, what's it? Isn't it about like? I don't remember what it's about.
Coming back to you.
Yeah, that one. And then it just she just
I
does
could
that
be
a bunch of
wild
times.
again.
Yeah, I like that
Just
one.
like a child again. Yeah. I don't know. I really, really, really like them, and I really wish they would come closer to where we are.
Yeah, they're going on
It's so
tour.
unfortunate.
But they're gonna be going on tour like 50 billion light years away.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as London, England.
London.
London. London. Yeah, they just announced the world tour that they're doing. So they're doing like a lot of Europe, and they are doing a couple like West Coast for US, and I think one New York, but it's not
Speaking of Billy Joel,
yeah.
Uptown Girl, she's been living in her uptown world. Doesn't wanna be a downtown guy. Come on, Tom.
Oh, my foot got snagged.
Stand up.
My foot got stuck. Fucking Christ.
That was funny. I was like, what are you talking about? Speaking of Billy Joel.
Alright.
Uptown Girl.
So this... Oh, I need to talk to the mic. This part...
So this!
By the way, if I just get up and walk away, just keep going. Because I might just get up and walk away. If I don't have anything to contribute, I'll probably just go sit down.
Okay. Sure. I don't really care.
He doesn't care, Ashton.
This is the pissed off episode.
Fuck you!
I'm full! I'm sorry. That was a bad scream. Okay. Moving on. This is the movie recommendation part. This is going to be a weird... Because the goal of this... Ashton wants to get all the stuff involving Carter out of the way, for some reason.
Rude.
So next is going to be our part, the movie section, and then we're going to go back to music and talk about Ashton's thing. So we're going to talk about... we're going to talk about Uptown Girls.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what year it came out. 99?
No, it was like 2003.
2003.
No, because we were talking about this. Oh,
I think it was 1990s.
I think you're right because Mean Girls was 2004.
2004, yeah.
I think this was way before Mean Girls.
Yeah, and we're also going to talk...
Plus, it's got Brittany Murphy in it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, this movie has really bad reviews. That's all I know about it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it has
like a 29 on Rotten Tomatoes or something.
30 out of
crazy.
100.
See,
3 out of 10. So that's the
Uptown
thing.
Girls is really good, but also not good. Like
That's
the
just
reason
like Shadow the
I love
Hedgehog.
it so much. Yeah, the reason I love it so much is because I have like nostalgic ties to it, I guess, and like
Okay.
I feel the shit mother aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why the little girl is so.
I 100% disagree with that 3 out of 10 rating. But before we go into it, we're also going to talk about this is going to be a whole Girly Pop discussion, right?
Yeah.
Girly Pop is a very interesting discussion. Again, I have no notes. So I'm just going to we're just going to go for it.
Okay, so he has Busch Gardens on his shirt right now, so it just reminded me that we were the Uptown Girls. We were the Uptown Girls. at
We did
Busch Gardens.
teacups, yeah.
We did teacups. We did the teacups. It was so fun.
I cried.
You cried?
I don't think I did.
You didn't. I almost threw up.
It was also raining. Anyways, Uptown Girls. So Uptown Girls, Carter, what is Uptown Girls about?
Oh boy. Okay. I'm so bad at like.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about this rich chick, this young rich chick who grew up in this really rich family, and all she knows is like wealth and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day, the wealth is gone. It's all gone, and she can't live like that anymore. And she has to take on a job as like a nanny or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think she's in New York. Doesn't matter. I think she's in New York.
Yeah.
And then she has to figure out, and she has this friend, and she has to figure out how to navigate life and stuff.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
She's an uptown girl. She's living in the downtown world.
No, because the little girl she's with, she is pretty uptown also. That's the thing. Like, they're both...
I haven't seen it.
They're
I
both
just
very...
guessed that, by the way.
They're both very... Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's literally.
That's exactly it, by the way. It's,
Good to know.
The thing is about... What's interesting about this movie is that a girl... we watched this about a month ago, and I haven't written notes in a while. This is bad.
Yeah, so like it starts out with her penthouse that she inherited from her dead parents.
Yeah.
And she's been living off of this money for a long time now,
Yeah.
and she's turning what, like
28 or 29?
something like that.
Almost 30.
Yeah. Almost like up there in the 30s almost.
Yeah. And her dad was a very famous musician.
Yes, that's also an important part.
Yes.
And so like her financial advisor, or like the man that like takes care of all of her financial shit that her parents really trusted, basically took all of her money
Mm-hmm.
and a bunch of other people's money, like millions and millions of dollars, and just fucking ran off.
Yeah, he fucked off.
Yeah, he did.
And she pretty much has to navigate trying to like live a real world.
Yeah,
live in
'cause
a
she
real
can't-
world.
Yeah, because she can't pay her rent.
Mm-hmm.
She has, like, this pet pig.
Yeah. The very interesting thing, just talking about the camera work, I remember at the beginning of the movie, there's like this spinning shot, and they follow the room, and then it follows the pig a little bit. It's actually a really nice shot, and that's the thing that really made me interested in what this movie was going to be about. Discussing Girly Pop, this is not a girly pop, this is more girly drama. This is a drama
Yeah.
for the girlies.
Yeah.
And I like that. I'm glad that the girlies get the drama.
But I feel like girly pop is such a broad term, you know? Because, like, it's not just one thing. And that's what's beautiful about it.
It's when I think of girly pop, I think of lighthearted, more comedic, kind of like that Mean Girls edge. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Kind of like that sassy, kind of like girly pinky, you know, girly pop pink, you know,
Okay.
Clueless, stuff like that. This one, it's not. There's not as much of that pink. It's like when emotionally, it's more like mature, a bit more. That's why I say it's girly drama. You know,
Yes. Yeah.
that's just my thoughts. That's what
What's
I
the
think.
drama?
The drama is it's very interesting. But we're gonna spoil it. We're going into spoilers.
Oh, yeah, these are spoilers.
This is spoiler
100%.
territory.
So if you want to see Uptown Girl 2, don't watch this video.
2
Uptown
That's
Girl
the second
2,
one.
we go to New York in this
Downtown.
one.
Downtown Girls.
We get a pig and we go to New York.
Uptown Girls 2, we go in the subway in this one.
Oh, there's a guy with AIDS. It's Ashton. He's
He
there.
sticks you with
It's
his crack syringe.
He sticks with the crack syringe.
Give me all your girls and your ups in your town.
Give me your Uptown.
Give me all the ups.
If you know what I mean. All
Let
right.
me jiggle his Uptown, Miss Girly.
All right. Ashton, we got it.
Let me touch those girly pops.
I didn't like that.
Let's lock in. Let's lock in. Nope. No, not funny. All right. Back to this. Okay. A lot of this movie is dealing with, I feel like, dealing and processing with like trauma.
Yeah,
There's a lot of this
in
movie.
a way.
And the older 30-year-old lady that's doing the babysitting the little girl,
Mhm.
the older lady is like childish. She's like almost as if because when she lost her parents, she was still in that kid mindset.
Yeah, she was a child when she lost her parents, and there was like nobody else to really show her any differently.
And then she lived in like this bubble of wealth, right?
Mhm.
And then once that bubble popped, she found the little girl that she was babysitting.
Yeah.
This little girl, very much a germ freak,
Germaphobe, yeah.
very proper, very much you need to follow the rules, almost like trying to be like the adult
Almost like
figure,
trying
which is very interesting.
Almost like
Which is
trying
very
to be like the
and
adult figure,
they kind
and-
of. But at the end, they kind of start like they start liking each other, and they start like following along. Like they follow like this like. What am I trying to say?
I don't know, but like the little girl does end up relying on her for a lot of things because her mom is like this big music producer and she isn't really around for a lot of the little girl's life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of unfortunate because her dad, I think, was in a car crash, if
The
I'm not
little girl?
mistaken. Yeah, her dad.
I thought her dad was like having a disease.
No, I thought he was in a car crash. I could be wrong about that. Quiet on set.
Yeah, quite honestly.
I
I don't remember. I thought it was a disease.
don't know. I don't remember, but
Probably gets AIDS.
shut the fuck up.
But it talks about the ideas of death, morality, and it gets really in deep with like they kind of trauma bond a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, because I mean the older lady, she doesn't have a lot of memories with her parents, but
Mhm.
like she was pretty young when they died, and the little girl doesn't really get to spend a lot of time with her mom, and her dad is basically brain dead if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
pretty much.
Yeah, so
And what's really interesting is they both have really satisfying arcs, right? Like they both feel like they grow in some way.
yeah, absolutely.
Like obviously the older lady, she matures. She becomes she realizes what she needs to she realizes that how she's been living is not is childish. It's stagnant, and she needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at Ashton when I said that. We'll talk more about stagnation and change later. And then the little girl, she obviously learns how to, like, live a little, baby. She's like 8.
Yeah, she is, but, like, she's been put through so much, and, like, hasn't been able to process anything that's happening because her mom just isn't there for her.
Not at present. Yeah.
At all.
Very interesting. And
Guess who was right about the year the movie came out?
what
Give
year?
you one fucking hint. Ashton was right. 2003.
Oh.
Uptown Girls was 2003?
Yep.
Hmm.
I'm
I
just
thought
a
it was
fucking knower, by the way. I'm just a knower.
I love how you're
Sorry.
off-screen yelling.
Because I wanted to come check it.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. But, there's a lot of emotional things that's really good. There's this great scene when the little girl's missing, and the mom obviously doesn't know, and she calls the babysitter because she knows more about her life than the mom.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I know where they go. I know where they're supposed to be.
Because so in earlier of the movie, the older lady was talking about, like, when her parents died, like, she found out her parents died, she went to Coney Island because, like, that was, like, one of their places. That was her safe place.
Mm-hmm.
And she spent, like, all day there, and she did the teacups until she threw up.
Mm-hmm.
And she brought the little girl there, but it wasn't open yet. Like, on season wasn't on yet.
Yeah.
So, the little girl, her dad died,
Mm-hmm.
and she went missing.
Yeah.
And that's why the mom called the older lady, because she was like, I didn't know who else to call. Like, she's missing. Where do you know where she is? Have you seen her?
Yeah.
And she told her what happened, and then the girl was like, no, I haven't seen her, but I know where she is.
Mm-hmm. But there's this great moment that, like, a great scene. There's this great scene. We can turn the fan off a little bit. There's this, as I said, there's this great scene that it's like the camera starts swooping a little bit, and there's, like, the music plays in, and, like, it's just like a great one of those moments where it's just like, this is a good moment. What are you doing? You're distracting. You gotta sit down. You gotta sit down.
Now you fucking sat down and you had me turn the fan off.
Sorry.
It's the pissed off episode.
I'm getting more pissed off. No, but I love that scene, and they start, like, there's this great shot of, like, the spinny part of the wheel on the teacups as they're spinning, and the music's playing, and then it just, like, starts it's a very emotional scene.
It is, and there's memes that have been made from that scene that make me want to bawl my eyes out.
Yeah.
Like, and I cried when we watched it that one time because of those memes.
Yeah.
I was thinking about everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff present in the film that makes me think, okay, there's substance in this film. There's actually a meaning. It's purposefully presented. Is it there's clunkiness to it. The writing isn't perfect.
Well, yeah.
But it's not a terrible film by any means. Like, it's
I feel like a lot of girly pop movies in general just kind of have that clunkiness to them. And I think that's part of the charm.
I guess. But
in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. But I definitely feel like this film is one of the better girly films, for sure.
Yeah, you did really like Legally Blonde, though.
Yeah, we'll talk about Legally Blonde in a second. What would you give out of 10 this film? Are you done talking about it? Do you want to talk a little bit more?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
You're good?
I don't remember what I gave it. I think I gave it a 6 out of 10.
I think I have it right there. It's the same. 6 out of 10. 6 or 5. Close to a 6.
Just because, like, it's not the most beautiful, great, amazing movie, you know? Like, it's not, like, up there.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
You're, like, doing this.
I'm not doing anything, John.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm right there with you. I liked it a lot. Definitely doesn't deserve a 3 at 30% on Metacritic.
No.
And I think a lot of those Metacritic ratings are from critics from that era. You know, from 2000, whenever the fuck. So, 2003.
I guess.
And so, maybe they had something. I think a lot of the criticism they had was it was weird. Their dynamic, the girl and the older lady.
I mean, I guess.
But it doesn't seem weird. Maybe, I don't know. I disagree with that rating. It's not a 3. It's closer, it's not 3. But, do you know what is a 3?
What's a 3?
I just kind of gave it away. We're gonna move on. We're moving on from the girly pop discussion. We're moving on from Uptown Girls. This is girly pop. She's giving me the look.
Cause he didn't like Clueless.
Clueless. We're gonna talk about Clueless now. Should we talk about Clueless? We should go upwards.
I think we should talk about Clueless real quick because you don't like it and I don't like that.
I think we should go from that and then go up in how I feel. Because I'm taking control. I hated.
Just looking down at your balls.
God damn it! I hated how plotless Clueless felt.
See, Clueless wasn't a movie that's like, oh, let's think about this. You know, like, let's give this some thought. Because it's not.
But even the ones.
It has no substance. And that's why it's good. That's why it's fun.
But even, like.
I don't know what Clueless is about.
It's about nothing, really.
Clueless is iconic.
Sure.
Clueless is an iconic girly pop movie that will forever have a spot in my heart because it's just dumb. It's fun. Have you ever seen that like iconic thing where it's like her picking out her outfit and it's like this really bad screen and it's got like every single picture of every single item in her closet that she has and she like mixes and matches.
Have you seen that?
It's iconic. It's so good.
So what's the movie about?
It's about a girl going through high school. She has like, it's almost like a Mean Girls kind of, but it's before Mean Girls. This is like this is 90s.
That was 90s, yes.
And also her stepbrother, they fucking get like, they get into a relationship at the end of the movie. Paul Rudd.
See, the thing is, like, I hate defending that because it is kind of disgusting.
It's disgusting. And they're like, oh,
disgusting.
I'm probably going to marry this one.
I really like the movie. Their parents aren't still together.
Yeah. It's a movie about this girl. She's a bit naive, a bit clueless about things.
Literally.
Did they ever live together?
Yeah, they lived together.
When they were younger.
No,
they don't live together now.
They do. In the movie, they do.
Did they, like, grow up together?
He's staying over.
He's staying over, yeah, but they're not, like, living together.
He could have just been a childhood friend. He could have been like, oh, this is my childhood friend. Why not do that?
No, but it's a brother. It's fucking weird.
It's because her dad...
It's because the director has a thinly veiled fetish.
Probably. See, like I'm saying, like, I don't like defending it because it is gross.
Yeah.
It's gross. But, like, it's just part of the movie.
And it's Paul Rudd, too. It's so funny.
It is Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd is the guy who...
Paul Rudd was like, yeah, I'll do that.
It was when Paul Rudd was like a teenager, too, so I feel bad.
Yeah.
He would have been...
This is such a gross scene when they're on the...
20s.
There's a gross ass scene when they're on the... Also, this girl's like 17. Paul Rudd is like supposed to be like 20.
Oh, yeah, he's in college.
Yeah, he's like at least 4 years older. It's disgusting.
It's gross.
It's like near the end, there's this gross scene where they're just sitting on the staircase and they're like flirting. Like, what do you mean? and then Paul Rudd's like, huh, what do you mean? And they just start fucking kissing. And I'm like, dude, that's so weird. It's weird.
It is.
And I'm like...
But, like, it's such an iconic movie. You're a virgin who can't drive. That's one of the lines, by the way. It's really
I just don't like how... Not even the plot was bad. The direction. There were some choreography scenes. Just like... There was just some...
Choreography?
I don't even know how to describe it. Not even choreography. The choreography
even the credits were boring.
The choreography doesn't have to be... dancing. It's just like how people move on set. There has to be some level of choreography. Blocking and staging, stuff like that. That's what I mean by that. That's the
word I always heard. I just thought choreography was just dancing, but that makes sense.
I don't use choreography just dancing. Like action choreography,
like
stunt
if they're
choreography.
Fighting, like the choreography in Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith was really good.
Right,
something like
that.
I
have heard
so. I don't know. They're just weird scenes. Like the part when she's getting robbed, I just felt like that was weird. Like, just didn't feel like I just didn't understand.
Ashton is so confused,
dude. And you know what's fucking weird about that? She gets robbed at gunpoint in this film, and then she acts like as if nothing fucking happened in the next scene. She's like, who cares? And she was like, oh, my life was in danger. This person's life is not in danger.
You want to know why? It's because she's clueless.
Sure. The film has no sense. The way what I was thinking about when I was watching this film is you could have put this film in. You could put this scene at the beginning and this scene at the end. Nothing would have changed. That's not a good movie.
They're just scenes.
They're just scenes that happen.
Okay.
Like you could have put this scene, fucking right at the beginning, and then been like, okay, it didn't change anything. I feel like Clueless was not. I didn't like Clueless. See,
what's she gonna do about it?
3 out of 10. Continue. Legally Blonde now.
What, are we not finishing? Let me talk more. Girl.
You're just being mean.
Let me finish. When I watch a movie, I don't watch it just because, like, sometimes if it's that much of a fun ride, like, I'll be like, okay, 5 or a 6 or something. Shadow sucked. I'm sorry.
What do you give it again? A 3?
3.
Good.
No, who cares?
Give it a 4, John. Give it a 4.
But I get this film has nostalgia. I get that it's.
Shadow has a fucking gun. That was great.
I get that the Clueless film has a nostalgia value to it, but as a film, it's not good, and so I give it a 3 out of 10. Sorry. Moving on.
I give your dick a 3 out of 10.
It is a solid 3 out of 10. It's when it's solid, it's 3 out of 10.
Shut up, bro.
3. What was that? Did you see that?
It was lightning.
Oh shit! Was that?
Anyway.
That's weird.
Moving right along.
So you hated Clueless. Cool.
Next up,
Wait, which?
Legally Blonde.
What was better, Clueless or Shadow the Hedgehog?
I would rather watch Shadow the Hedgehog. Next is Mean Girls.
Mean Girls. Okay. Okay.
Next up on the ranking of Girly Pop, this
It doesn't
is
even go here.
I don't know that quote. Was that from Mean Girls?
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while since
My
we
mother
watched
likes
it.
Mean Girls a lot.
That's a classic Girly
Face
Pop.
is gonna smell like a foot.
See, when I think of Girly Pop, I think of the colors. I think of the backstabbing, right? The girly mindset, like
The women.
women.
They usually have the women in the movies.
sometimes there's a gay friend. Like that's
Most of the time.
that's Mean Girls kind of started that trend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
And I feel like Mean
Uptown
Girls.
came out first.
And Clueless had a gay friend. as
But I
well.
remember when I said earlier, Clueless, or you mean say Clueless? Clueless had funky and weird ass costumes for sure, but the classic girly pop mindsets.
Clueless had a gay best friend too.
I'm
Okay.
trying to stay close to John so that when we're editing, we can always zoom in more, get us all in focus.
Yeah.
Because I'm like right next to. Okay.
You better.
But you're like over here. And
That's just where I'm comfy.
You can be comfortable, but just be aware. That was her O face. That was her face. John and I were doing O faces in Walmart earlier, and I was like,
What the fuck? What is an O face?
"Do your O face. Do your O face." This is mine. I got another one.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And keep your eyes open.
Here's a gun.
This is terrifying.
This is stupid. Anyways, Mean Girls is iconic.
Oh, here's
Girly
one
Pop.
more coat on.
Not the shadow. Like he just peed on the couch or something. That's crazy. He's like
That's what I do when I accidentally come on like the floor. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll lick it up.
Ew! Lick it up, baby. Lick it up. You haven't seen that one yet.
What is that one? Heather's? I haven't seen Heather's. Heather's
Oh,
is 80s.
Heather's is great.
Heather's is 80s.
We have to watch others soon.
But no, I actually love Mean
Heather's.
Girls.
Oh, you know what's funny? Sorry.
Me.
I love how we're always fucking
Heather's
interrupting.
is like
it.
the anti-girl pop movie.
Yeah, kind of.
That's crazy.
I haven't seen it. We need to watch it.
Heather's is great.
Yeah,
Heather's
we'll
is
watch
great.
it. Maybe next time you come on the
A guy
podcast,
blows
we'll watch
up.
it. Don't spoil anything.
You said what?
You don't know what guy. I said a guy blows up.
Mr. Vance. Do you get my joke?
I don't know.
Not you. Do
Okay.
you
I
get
haven't
my
seen.
joke?
Yeah, I don't love you anymore. I haven't seen Heather's in a few years.
Rooted. His name is JD.
Oh, really? Now I get that.
I'm assuming JD blows up.
No.
No.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I don't know.
I'm just waiting.
I probably saw Heather's when I was a little boy.
I'll wait.
I was probably 14 when I saw Heather's.
Okay.
Mm.
We should watch it again. Get the 4K.
Again, as
Get it
if
now.
I've seen it.
Get it now. Get it now. Get it now. Get it
I
now.
don't need
Get it
to-
now.
I don't-
I'll do anything. I'll suck your 3 out of 10 dick. Get the fucking 4K.
I thought you were gonna say
John
3 out
has
of
it-
10 toes.
John has at least a 6.5 out of 10 penis, by the way. I've seen it.
I disagree.
When?
through his fucking terrible pants.
Yeah.
He just stares every once in a while. He just look down.
I'm trying to glean any information I can off of the silhouette of your yoga pants.
Okay, about 40. That's a good amount of girth. Yep. Oh, he's looking. Look away now. Stop. You got what the fuck is this? I'm actually getting pissed off. I'm legit getting pissed off. I just am pissed off. I tried to talk about Mean Girls, and you know what you said earlier? You said get on with your stupid fucking movies. And now I'm trying to, and you're like, oh wait, but donuts have holes. I can fuck that.
I would say that.
And I'm like, okay, let's talk about donut fucking now.
John really is. This really is the pissed off episode. I'm sorry.
You're fine. I don't even remember what we're talking about. Mean Girls?
What'd you like about Mean Girls? It's iconic.
It's iconic. I don't even know.
Okay, Legally Blonde.
Mean Girls, I give like a 5 or a 6.
Okay.
Legally Blonde.
What do you give it, Carter?
I don't remember. Genuinely.
They should make a sequel to Mean Girls, and it's all about
I think they
Jollet,
have.
Jelt, Jews, the Jack. Call it Jean
The
Girls.
What's Jew?
You could call it Shoes, but Jean. They could call it Jean Girls.
Get off my hand. Gene Girls is pretty funny.
Jean Girls is so good.
Anyways, last one, Legally Blonde. This one is almost, I don't know when this came out. I think this came out 2001.
I don't remember.
I think it was before Mean Girls, though.
Oh, this was definitely before. You couldn't do Legally Blonde post 9/11.
They did. There's like
You couldn't
sequels.
You couldn't do Legally Blonde blah blah 9/11.
What the fuck did you say? Anyways.
I forgot.
Legally Blonde, it takes that clueless mindset, but it actually has a good story. It's about a girl who's kind of clueless. She wants to get back on her boyfriend because the boyfriend's going to Harvard. And she was like, I can do that. So she gets...
So you're telling it wrong.
What do you mean?
So she goes to this dinner with her boyfriend thinking he's going to propose.
Okay, yeah.
And he ends up breaking up with her because she's not serious enough.
Yeah.
And she takes that rage from that and, like, kind of, sort of, I don't know, like, she goes in with the hopes that she'll get him back.
Yeah.
But ends up using the rage from it all to, like, be the most successful that she can be.
Mm-hmm. It's anti-man to a degree. It's almost like, fuck this guy who fucked me over,
Well,
and I'm
yes
also
and no.
flourishing.
Yes and no, because, like...
Eudaimonia.
I don't know what that means.
The Greek word for flourishing.
She went there to get him back, and there is, like, a minute of, like, fuck him, you know? But at the same time, there's, like, a subplot of, what is her name? Jennifer Coolidge's character.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yep, and she's trying to get her dog back from her dick bag of an ex.
There have been at least 2 Fiona Apple references. First of all, man-hating. Second of all, Get Him Back. It's a Fiona Apple song.
Yeah.
I'm going to start counting them now.
Okay. But a lot of it is, it's about independence, about having a girl independence, and I love that.
You look like the 4th of July. Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
I don't know that.
That's one of the lines.
I know, I don't
You
remember.
can't remember every line in every movie, John.
I can't.
You have to.
You know what? You remember this
At
one line
least
from
that
this
one.
one movie? He went downstairs. Remember that?
Damn, that was the moment that I knew that he was going to go down there.
Damn, that's when I knew, oh shit, he's downstairs. Oh my fucking god.
And then later,
really
later in that movie,
backwards.
I'm putting my shoes on now.
That was him. That was foreshadowing.
Gay Captain
Yeah,
Nate.
for later in the movie when
That's a
he
9 out of 10
took his
movie.
shoes off.
That's a 9 out of 10 movie.
What is this movie?
Balls.
Oh, the boat captain.
The boat captain. No, not, as opposed to what other the not boat captain. That's the sequel.
You think you're so funny, John. You think you're so funny.
Okay. Legally Blonde is really funny. There's a great, when she gets to the courtroom, it's very engaging. The gay part where there's like, oh my god, I realize he's gay.
Gay or European?
It's really funny. And he's like, what's your boyfriend's name? Frank. And it's like,
Chuck.
oh, Chuck. And he's like, oh, he's not my boyfriend. And he goes, you're a bitch.
He meant nothing. He's just a friend. And then Chuck stands up in the courtroom. He's like, ah, "You
Objection!"
bitch!"
Oh.
And he storms out.
I thought it was a funny scene.
It was funny.
Yeah, I liked it. It was funny. It was a good movie. Also, the whole ending, how Trump steals the what's her speech?
Oh, okay. So, Elle Woods graduates as valedictorian from Harvard, and there's a speech that she gives because she's valedictorian, and in Trump's inauguration speech, it's literally the same fucking speech.
It's so funny.
It's so fucking funny.
Trump is girly pop.
Trump is girly pop.
Which Trump?
Trump is a teenage girl. I swear to
Donald
God.
Trump.
Donald J. Trump?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
Donald Jackson Trump.
Oh.
Donald Jeremiah Jackson Trump. JJ
I don't
Trump.
know what his middle name is. I think it might be
Donald.
Donald Donald.
Donald Ronald Trump. Ronald Donald. Ronald Rump.
Ronald McDonald Rump.
All right, we're done with that. I liked what is it, Legally Blonde? I like Legally Blonde.
Let me fix your
Linguini.
mustache for you.
Stop.
Speaking of Linguini Blonde,
All right, I'm done. I give that one like a 6. I liked it. I thought it was fun.
I think I gave it an 8. I love Legally Blonde.
I want to see the all-male cast sequel, Legally Dong.
Legally Dog. That's a porno for sure.
Bruiser.
Leave a comment below if you've watched Legally Dong, the porno.
And then Bruiser is just like an actual man in a collar on all fours in
Sure.
the porno.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all I got for you.
I like girly pop. I thought it was a very interesting. I think it's very interesting watching the trends of girly pop, like watching the older ones. And be like, we gotta go back to Heather. We gotta watch Heather's, like, because that's an earlier film of girly pop. And I feel like
Not, but it is.
It's not a girl. I said earlier, Heather's like the anti-girly pop movie, but it was kind of before girly pop, anyways.
yeah.
It's it is girly pop, but it's not.
I like following the trends of things. So I really want to know what
It hates girly pop.
interesting.
But at the same time, it kind of put itself in girly pop.
Interesting. So I would like to watch it. That's a bit of all what I gotta say. I like the trend of girly pop. I like learning about that stuff.
Lick it up, baby.
All right, I think we're done.
Lick it up.
All right, Ashton's got to talk about something now.
We're talking about This Desert Life by Counting Crows.
Mhm.
Released in 1999. This Desert Life was Counting Crows' third album.
CD for each person.
I also have a cassette copy of the album.
That's really funny. What is the difference between this one and that one?
One of those CDs is my car copy. This is my car CD, and the other is my copy that I keep in my room.
One of them has a more darker tint.
Yeah, that's my house copy. It's my nicer one.
Why is this one different colors?
It's just sun-stained.
It's just faded. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay.
I want to show them what the artwork looks like, because the artwork is really cool. They've got artwork for like all of the songs.
I love how absurdist a lot of these artworks look.
And it'll be easier to show them the CD artwork though. So
Neorealism.
Carter, go ahead and pull out your CD artwork.
Pull out your CDs.
This is my favorite Counting Crows album. It's one of my favorite albums ever. I think I like it more than the other albums that we've talked about recently. This is really interesting. I've been listening to this album a lot more lately. If you think, when it comes to Counting Crows, you probably know them for Mr. Jones or maybe Along December. Those are really popular Counting Crows songs. If you know any song from this album, it's probably Hanging Around.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging Around is a very popular song from this album. And it's also the first song in the album. So we're going to talk about that first. It's a really good song. I've just heard it a lot. It's kind of like the Smells Like Teen Spirit of Counting Crows for me. Actually, no. Mr. Jones is the Smells Like Teen Spirit of Counting Crows.
I feel like Accidentally in Love Smells Like Teen Spirit.
I don't think I've ever heard that song.
Accidentally in Love.
It's from the Shrek 2 soundtrack. I don't give a fuck, John.
It's Counting Crows.
I don't fucking care. It's not from an album. I'm not gonna listen to it.
That's my favorite Counting Crows song.
You've listened to these songs like 3 or 4 times. All of them. And you like...
Hanging Around, I will say, used to always play in Home Depot when I worked there.
Really?
Yeah. Home Depot and Food Lion. I think they use the same station, so.
They may. That's really cool to know. Mm-hmm. Hanging Around's a pretty good song. It's pretty just simple song. It's literally just about hanging around. This whole song is just like, yeah, I'm hanging out at my couch doing nothing. My girl's mad at me because I'm not doing anything. John.
It fell out.
That's what she said.
Fell out.
Hanging Around's a pretty good song. I don't have a lot to say about it. we're going to talk about the next song, Mrs. Potter's Lullaby. Mrs. Potter's Lullaby is the longest song on the album. It's almost 8 minutes long. It's really good.
Okay.
It's about a woman named Monica Potter, who's a real-life actress that Adam Duritz, I don't think he had any sort of real obsession with her. He just liked her and wanted to use her for the song. He just wanted to use her name for the song. He ended up, when they recorded the song, he ended up inviting her to the studio when they recorded the song. And they met and they said, oh, hey, nice to meet you, blah, 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 whatever. Very friendly stuff. And he gave her a copy of the tape of the song, which she took home. And then they had some sort of accident somehow. I don't know what happened, but they lost all the takes they had recorded of Mrs. Potter's Lullaby. Tragically. But Monica Potter still had her copy of the tape that they personally gave her, and she called them when she heard the news and gave them the tape back, and that's the tape that you hear on the album.
Yeah, it's super cool.
I read that somewhere not too long ago, and I think that's a really neat story.
It is super cool.
Mrs. Potter's Lullaby is a great song. There's some really interesting themes on there. Probably my favorite line, maybe my favorite line from the album is on this song. If dreams are like movies, then memories are films about ghosts. And I just really like that. Because obviously dreams do feel movie-like. There's also a lot of references to Hollywood and movies stuff in this song.
Yeah, I was just about to say what we talked about the other day with the projector was super cool too.
Oh yeah, it's just a brief interruption of the swirling dust sparkle jet stream. That's another line from the song when the narrator puts his hand in the wave of projector because he's reaching toward the screen because he wants to be with the actress that's on the screen. More broadly speaking, he wants to be with this kind of Wonder Girl. And he uses Mrs. Potter as a stand-in for just the idea of a Wonder Girl, just a beautiful woman he wants to be with. And so yeah, one of the later lines is so I throw my hands into the air and it swims in the beams. It's just a brief interruption of the swirling dust sparkle jet stream. Well, I know I don't know you and you're probably not what you seem, but I sure like to find out. So why don't you climb down off that movie screen? Which is just a super great line.
It is.
And he does. He says I know I don't know you and probably not what you seem because nobody is like what they seem on the outside, But especially when it comes to
movies, and actresses and all the things.
Lots of really cool themes in this album. One of the last verses is when the last king of Hollywood shatters his glass on the floor and orders another. Well, I wonder what he did that for. That's when I know that I have to get out because I've been there before. So I gave up my seat at the bar and head towards the door. And I just really like that sort of scene. Just imagining the narrator sitting at a bar, watching some drunkard, probably old school actor break a glass and order another, and just thinking to himself, I don't want to end up like that guy, right? And just leaving and going and doing what he does. And because the very next line is all about how they go play a show and they just go have a fun time.
And it's interesting how this is one of the first songs on the album. Yeah. And later in the album, it kind of as we learn about this desert life and stuff like that, it's almost like that's where he goes. That's true. It does kind of loop back to that. John and I spent a lot of time listening to this today and thinking about it. Mrs. Potter's Lullaby is one of my favorite songs in the album. Probably, I don't know, my third or fourth favorite song in the album. Really great. I just love the song. But let's move on to Amy Hit the Atmosphere. The very next song in the album. Which John and I listened to earlier. Amy Hit the Atmosphere has a lot of really interesting lines. What it seems to be about to me is about a kind of immature or childlike person who is really stagnant and is going nowhere with their life, and whose partner or girlfriend or maybe just girl that he knows gets away from the small town, gets away from the mediocrity of their life, and in that way she hits the atmosphere. She flies up, right? But he is kind of stuck the way that he is. He sinks like a stone, right? Which is really interesting. A lot of the lines are emblematic of that theme. The very first line of the song: "If I could make it rain today and wash away this sunny day down to the gutter, I would, just to get a change of pace. Things are getting worse, but I feel a lot better, and that's all that really matters to me." And that theme is present in a lot of the songs. First of all, change. This album is all about change. And second of all, change at the cost of stagnation, because a lot of this is things might be okay right now, but I want change. Even if it makes everything worse, I need things to change because I do. And so I just he uses the metaphor of rain a lot. Because usually sun is what represents life and love and stuff. In this album, rain is what represents change and growing. And even if it means growing at the expense of your own happiness. Being able to grow and move on, because sometimes you have to be unhappy to move on. Yeah, it's kind of sorry. You're good.
you have to have clouds and rain to have your flowers grow, you know?
That's a fucking line in another song.
There's a line in the song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Next song in the album, the fourth song in the album is 4 Days, my second favorite song of the album.
Yeah.
I like this song a lot. 4 Days kind of continues some of the themes from Amy Hits the Atmosphere. For example, one of the lines is, make a mark upon the wall, paint your face and pass the time. Close your eyes and she ascends, hold your breath and ease your mind 40,000 times.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. Because, I mean, first of all, marking your hat on the wall, painting your face, those are like childlike things. But then also, close your eyes and she ascends. I mean, that's definitely calling back to Amy Hits the Atmosphere. Just the fact that she's getting out of there, but he's still kind of this immature, childlike person. Really interesting. Those songs are tied together a lot more than I initially realized.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them are, I feel like.
There's also some themes in here that make me think of like religious things. For example, the song is called 4 Days. And the chorus is, it has been 4 days and nights. Nights, you know, it goes on.
Yeah.
Also, they descend and then they climb. Angels' feathers falling through the night. Have you seen Ohio rise? Just makes me think about like godliness and ordinary things. That's what I said earlier. It's really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
4 Days I like a lot. It's just like a really good. It's not a pop song, but it's just like the most upbeat song on the album. So it's just a feel good song. Yeah. Which kind of it kind of juxtaposes my favorite song on the album, Speedway, which has the same sort of road trip vibe of, or like, I'm on the road right now, but Speedway is like a really sad song instead. Let's go on to the next song. All My Friends. All My Friends was actually, that reminds me, I actually have a couple of the singles from this album. I have the 7-inch single for Hanging Around. There you go. The B-side is actually A Long December from the previous album. And then I also have the 7-inch single for, that's misspelled, All My Friends. That's stupid. I also have the single for All My Friends.
All My Friends.
And Mrs. Potter's Lullaby.
That's
because, cool. And you're probably wondering, Ashton, why don't you have the 12-inch record for this album? Well, it cost $1,000. Because they printed like 1,000 copies of it in 1999.
You don't have an LP for this?
No, I don't.
Because it's 1,000 fucking...
Because they printed like 1,000 copies of it in 1999 and never reprinted it.
That's crazy.
So I just don't get to have the album.
I didn't know that.
I really hope they repress it soon because they repressed their second album recently. That one hadn't been repressed in a long time, and I have that now. I have their first 2 albums now on LP. But there's a rumor that the master tapes were burnt down, were burnt, and because there was like an NBC or a Universal fire or something like that in 2008 or 9 or something. There's a rumor that the master tapes for This Desert Life were lost. Dang. Hopefully not.
Can't they just, I mean, it might not sound the best, but can't they just use secondary audio?
The sound is good. That's the thing about it. But yeah, the audio exists. I have it right there.
Yeah.
But if I put this on a record, it wouldn't sound as good. You know?
They can't remaster it or anything like that?
I don't know. I don't really know how exactly it works. They just don't have the original audio, and that's what they need. In order to put it on a record, like, could you take that and put it on an LP? Yeah, but it wouldn't be the pure audio, so it would sound worse.
I feel like they could find a guy or a team that's dedicated and loves this album to the point where they would pretty much faithfully recreate it.
I have no idea.
They could do it. There's probably some dedicated people who know what they're doing. I seriously don't
know if that's possible.
You know?
Seriously have no idea if that's even possible.
Who knows? I like All My Friends. Ooh, what are you doing? I like All My Friends a lot.
That's good. You should like your friends.
I like my friends. I like that song. I like when he gets like very emotional in the middle of it. It's like, all my friends. I sing it terribly, but
all my friends and lovers. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Here's a really good line from All My Friends. Caught some grief from a falling leaf as she tumbled down to the dirty ground. Said I should have put her back there if I could. But and it keeps going. But I just really like that line. And John and I were talking about it earlier, and we think that represents like, because of course a leaf when it's green might think of itself as beautiful. Like, I'm a beautiful green leaf, healthy green leaf. But everything has to change, and everything, in order to change, you have to decay. So the leaf like falling to the ground has decayed and is therefore changing, and it doesn't want to change. It really wants to stay the same. And like, that's one of the main themes of the album is like having the change to continue on, to grow, to decay, but not wanting to because you like the way things are, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of like the whole theme of the very next song, High Life. I just like that line a lot. Mm-hmm. Also, a lot of these songs are really about depression, which is interesting. I hadn't really noticed that before today. Like the first line is, thought I might get a rocket ride when I was a child, but it was a lie that I told myself when I needed something good. And that kind of ties back to the previous song, Amy Hit the Atmosphere, because I mean, obviously, rocket ride, Amy Hit the Atmosphere, you know, those things just make sense. A lot of the songs really do tie in together in that way. There's also a line, you go to sleep dreaming how you could be a different kind if you thought you would, but you wake up the way you are instead. Mm-hmm. Which is also emblematic of him wanting to change and not doing so. Lots of interesting themes in this song too. And I think it's interesting that he chose to name the song All My Friends. That's the chorus. You know, I already sang it out loud earlier. I might cut that. All my friends and lovers leave me behind to try to have a little fun. He changes the chorus a little bit every time. But it's interesting because all his friends are like happy and good and he's not. Which is actually the chorus of the very next song, High Life. One of the first lines from this song is actually, all my friends have flowers in their eyes, but I got none this season. Which, what does that represent, Carter?
Mm-hmm.
All my friends have flowers in their eyes, but I got none this season.
Well, flowers are definitely seasonal. And, you know, emotions are seasonal, I feel like.
What I think it represents, when it's, because flowers are beautiful and happy and stuff, I think it represents that his friends have beauty and hope and love in their hearts and in their eyes. And he doesn't have that. He's depressed. And the fact that he says, I got none this season, could mean that it's like a seasonal depression type thing. I'm not sure. Carter looks like they're falling asleep. By the way, this whole song is about High Life, as far as we can tell, is all about somebody at the end of their relationship desperately clinging on to the other person. And even though they have just, it's kind of, you know what it reminds me of actually?
What?
It reminds me of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially with that, there's this one line in the middle of the song. Waiting for the trains that just never come, beginning to believe in the disappearing nature of the people we have been. We have begun to change into the worst kind of people, so unkind.
That's this song? Okay.
Yeah. And so the song is about how like they've changed so much from the way they used to be, but he still has so much love for her, you know? Which is really, really quite sad.
Yeah, it is pretty sad.
And then later on in the song, he talks about, because the song, the name of the album comes from this song, so that's why I put so much importance on this High Life. But this Desert Life is a verse, is a line in this song, because part of the song is about being in that sort of high life, that sort of place where you're successful, you're doing well on the surface, but you're miserable on the inside. And I think the significance of the album being called This Desert Life is the fact that even though he's maybe like desert could even just be like California, right? Even though he's in this really great place on the surface, on the inside he's like dry and empty.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of makes me think the whole album is about that sort of thing. It's just about what I just said. I'm not going to say it again, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's talk about the next song, Colorblind. John, do you want to talk about Colorblind?
Sure. Colorblind, it's about, it's kind of a shorter song. It's about a guy who is colorblind, kind of, like metaphorically colorblind.
Yeah.
He says he sees life through egg whites and coffee black. Yeah,
I mean that. So the first line of the song is I'm colorblind, coffee black and egg white.
What did I do wrong?
You didn't do anything wrong. Which represents two things, like John said, him seeing the world in black and white, but also I think his life being kind of bland and depressing. You know, you can keep going.
I need the lyrics.
Sorry, buddy.
You're good. Let me read. Oh, yeah, I really like these thoughts. Like he almost as if wants to talk about this problem that he's having. But like in this line, he is taffy, stuck, and tongue-tied.
Yeah.
Stutter, shook, and uptight. Almost as if he wants, like in my mind, he wants to talk about trying to get through this problem he's having of like seeing the world in black and white, seeing all the like wanting to change. Because it says right here, I am ready, I am fine, pull me out from inside, I am ready, I am fine.
Yeah, there's a part of him on the inside that wants to not be this way, that doesn't want to live in this black and white stagnant world, and he wants to be pulled out.
But he just doesn't know how to. Yeah. Or he just doesn't want to, or it's that stagnation that's present throughout the album.
Yeah.
I feel like. And we have a different mindset about what this last song line is. It says, I'm ready, I'm fine.
That's the end. The song ends with them saying, I am fine, a few times in a row.
Yeah, and Ashton thinks that it's like, I'm fine. Like I finished. Like I'm more like cathartic. I'm fine. I think he's almost lying to himself. I'm fine.
Trying to convince himself.
Yeah.
The main reason I think that it could be him being like, okay, I'm okay, is just because of like the key change and how it sounds a little bit more optimistic at the end, but it really could be either one.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and then by this point, I wish I was a girl. I don't remember much about it.
Quote that one.
I also wish I was a girl.
I mean, I wish I was a girl.
Girl.
You go to this one, Ashton.
We're gonna talk about "I Wish I Was a Girl," which is probably my actual third favorite song on the album. This one has a lot of words.
Yeah, I was trying to read this in the car, and I was like, dude.
I'll just keep this one brief. This song is about probably Elizabeth. I think Elizabeth is the girl that he's talking about. And the narrator, and they're apart. I'm pretty sure they're broken up. And basically, she has this recurring nightmare about him being unfaithful or being away from her. And she also has recurring nightmares about like dying. And she's just very anxious. And the reason the song is called "I Wish I Was a Girl" is because the chorus is, "I wish I was a girl so that you could believe me, and I could shake the static every time I try to sleep. I wish for all the world that I could say, hey Elizabeth, you know I'm doing all right." Which to me makes me think like they're apart, they're away, she doesn't trust him, something bad happened between them, and she doesn't want to talk to him at all. And he can't sleep because of it. Mm-hmm. This mistake he made, he can't sleep at all. He's so worked up over whatever happened, and all he wants is to just be able to talk to her. And he can't even do that. And I think the line like, hey Elizabeth, you know I'm doing all right these days, it doesn't necessarily have to represent anything more than him wanting to be able to have a conversation with her.
Yeah, through the song. Yeah,
and he just can't, because she just can't trust him so much. She just isn't willing to talk to him.
That's interesting.
And that's why it's called "I Wish I Was a Girl."
Okay.
I guess because maybe she doesn't trust men. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know what else they would have named the song though. Oh, and then there's the part towards the end where everything kind of goes quiet, and he says, "In one of these dreams, you forgive me. It makes me think of the bad decisions that keep you at home. How could anyone else have changed? All these wrong conclusions that leave you alone. How could everyone rearranged? How could everyone else have changed?" And which is also talking about basically just saying, so clearly he did something wrong and she's just not talking to him, and it sucks. But he makes references to change again, how he wishes he could change, and he just can't believe that everyone else has changed and how everyone else can change. He just can't believe it because he doesn't know how to do that.
Interesting.
There's just some really, really good songs in here, or really good lines in here. One of the lines also that is repeated a lot is, "I'm going down to Hollywood. They're going to make a movie from the things that they find crawling around my brain." I love that. That ties back to Mrs. Potter's Lullaby for me, with the line, "If dreams are like movies, then memories are films about ghosts."
Yeah.
Really interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the song ends with him like really emotionally, almost screaming, "I can't sleep at night." He just repeats that line like 4 or 5 times. "I can't sleep at night." And it's really sad. It makes me sad every time. It's just like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, John?
About that?
Yep.
I'm just wondering, is there going to be an arc to all this?
Yeah.
Good. Let's I answered my question.
The next song on the album is Speedway, my favorite song, which is really good. The chorus of the song it changes a little bit every time, but I'm thinking about getting out, thinking about taking some time, thinking about leaving tomorrow. He's just thinking about going away. He wants to get away from everything. And at this point in the album, things have just not been going well for him. And I think this song is really where he kind of decides like that he needs to change.
Yeah.
He needs things to be different.
Mm-hmm.
I love this song a lot. I really, really like listening to this song. And I like the artwork for it too. It's so simple. A nice blue background and a paper little airplane.
With a note on it, it looks like.
Right. And it's almost like he's throwing the note to somebody, trying to reach out.
Yeah.
You know? But not putting very much effort into it.
Interesting.
Oh, that was a bad crack.
You okay?
I'm fine. I just could have died probably just now.
And just fucking die. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna pop an artery.
Pop an artery.
You're gonna pop a jugular. Don't pop a jug on me.
This song is really just about being depressed and alone, or feeling depressed and alone. Maybe he isn't alone, and just really wanting a change.
Mm-hmm.
And then towards the end, he mentions that you're just trying to get me to stay. That the girl wants him to stay, and he doesn't. He really needs to go and change. And I think that is helps close. This is the second to last song in the album. That's what helps close it, because he really just needed that change, you know?
Yeah.
I think I actually missed a line in a previous song that was really good. That was about, I think it was in High Life. Hold on 1 second. We're going back in time. Beneath the sun in the summer, a sea of flowers won't bloom without the rain. That's a really nice line. And Carter said basically that thing earlier.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyways, we're going to talk about the last song in the album, St. Robinson and His Cadillac Dream. What's really interesting to me about this song that I realized earlier is that all of the songs up to this point really tie together pretty well. Hanging Around is just like the single, and it's just like, we're hanging out, we're doing our thing, we're stagnating. It doesn't necessarily tie in as well. But then basically from Amy Hits the Atmosphere, 4 Days.
It's like it deteriorates. His mental state deteriorates through the album.
They all tie together really well. And St. Robinson and His Cadillac Dream is about a character, which is the first time we've gotten mention of a character. It's about a character named Arthur Robinson.
Okay.
And another character named Carrie, who is his love interest. And so it almost feels like it's removed from Adam Duritz's situation. And I always wonder, and I wonder myself, like, how is this, like, this is the last song in the album, but it doesn't really tie in exactly to all the other songs. And I think maybe it's supposed to be Adam Duritz writing himself a solution to his struggle. So because like I put myself in his shoes. If I'm Adam Duritz, or like the narrator, how about that? If I'm like the narrator, maybe it isn't necessarily Adam, but if I'm like this guy and I'm doing my life and I'm doing High Life and Speedway, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with my life? Then I might try to escape by thinking about there's some other person, what they might do.
Yeah. And that's what this song is pretty much about.
I think so. Okay. I think this song isn't necessarily about the narrator we've been with for the whole rest of the album, but just about finally changing. Mm-hmm. So this song is about a character. And so, what's interesting though?
What?
Is the first, here, just read this. Staring out of his window as the road rushes by, Arthur Robinson closes the glass and replies. And then there's a quote right there. A start quote right there. I dream of ballerinas and I don't know why, but I see Cadillacs sailing. And now you're thinking, where's the end quote? All the way down there.
And so it's almost like a ballad that this guy's talking.
It's almost like the whole song is from Arthur Robinson's point of view. Because they did that on purpose. The start quote and the end quote, they did that shit on purpose. So like this whole song is like
him talking.
From Arthur Robinson's point of view. And that's the only song where they do that sort of thing. They don't really do that in any other song, which is interesting. The basic premise of the song is you have Arthur Robinson, who is just this guy who does has dreams or whatever. And then Carrie, who's like a ballerina who lives in her basement and she's trying to come out of her shell and stuff. And there's lots of interesting themes. But the chorus goes like this. And the comet is coming between me and the girl who could make it all clean. Down there in the shadow of the modern machine walks St. Robinson in his Cadillac Dream. So what I think of that is the comet, I think, is supposed to be like fate or luck or chance. Right, so like fate is coming between him and the girl who could make his life better. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and then when I think of the line "in the shadow of the modern machine," like St. Robinson being in the shadow of the modern machine, I think that just means that just the modern life or the desert life, is just like it's too much for him. And the fact that he's in the shadow makes me think that he's outside of it at this point because it's so huge that it's still on him, or maybe he's trapped in it. I don't know, but I don't think Arthur Robinson likes the desert life or the modern machine. Yeah. I'm tying those two things together. I don't give a fuck what you said. I'm tying them together.
That's fine.
And he's still in his Cadillac Dream because I think the Cadillac Dream is supposed to be about change because at the very end of the song, like basically the last, it's not even on the lyric sheet, but basically the last song is, come on girl, come on baby, let's get into my car and drive. And he holds that note for a while and it's a really. Oh, and then the very last song is actually, she said I always do the same things over and over. And those aren't even in the lyric sheet. You're not going to see them in the lyric sheet.
It's a hidden song?
No. It doesn't even say that here. The last line of the song isn't in the lyric book.
Oh, okay. Last line of the song.
Yeah. But it's still like his point of view.
Okay.
Glad I remember those lines because I would have had to go look them up.
Yeah.
I remember them. But yeah, anyways, it ends with him actually at least saying, but probably doing, like, let's get into my car and drive. And making that change that he's been wanting to make the whole time. He finally makes that change. And because Arthur Robinson is stuck inside, Carrie's stuck in the basement, they get in the car and they drive away. They make the change that they need to make, which I think is really nice.
Yeah.
But then the last line is, she said I always do the same things over and over. which is kind of representative of him not changing. So at that point, I don't really know.
Or he's in this cycle that's just...
Or he's in a cycle. I don't know. But that's the last song in the album, St. Robinson and His Cadillac Dream.
Yeah. Very existential, very much thought-provoking, and about just what are goals of life. But yeah.
Except, not actually the last song. Sorry. Because when St. Robinson and His Cadillac Dream ends, it just keeps going. The track just keeps going on the CD, and 3.5 minutes later, you hear some more audio. And then you hear some little joke audio, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Kid Things starts to play. Yep, that's right. Hidden track, baby. Kid Things is on this album. We gotta talk about Kid Things real quick. Kid Things, we don't have the lyric book for because it's not on the fucking album. I don't think it's thematically a part of the album. It's just an extra song. The Kid Things is a cute little song, and the theme of the Kid Things basically like, hey, come outside, come hang out, come do fun things. Kid Things, you could say thematically ties into some of the other themes, like these themes of immaturity and childlike wonder and getting out. But like one of the lines is, hey, what you got that makes you want to be lonely? And it's just all about like, hey, come outside. Let's go do kid things. Let's go drive around and talk on the phone all night and do things that maybe people are going to think are immature or lame or whatever. But
they feel good and they make us happy.
Literally. Yeah. That's basically the whole song. And it's just a really light, fun song.
Yeah. And a lot of healing in terms of healing from depression, healing from all these things.
Yeah.
Finding your inner kid, right?
It's great for Kid Things to be the actual last song of the album because it's so light and it's literally just like, let's just go have some fun. Let's go do kid things and just...
And I feel like that's kind of how the album starts, too.
With Hanging Around?
Yeah. It's more of like a lighthearted...
You know what's interesting, though, is Hanging Around is... I agree with you, by the way. Mm-hmm. But Hanging Around is like the flip side of that. Because Hanging Around is where we're sitting around hungover, kind of miserable. My girlfriend's pissed at me. Like, I want to be doing better than I am. And I'm not. And then it goes into... So like to take the album from start to finish is what I just said about Hanging Around, and then Mrs. Sparta's Lullaby is kind of just like the whole album, but in brief, really. You like if the album was gonna be one song, it would be that one. Okay. And then it takes you along the route of like, I want to change. Everyone's moving on without me. I'm not doing anything. I need to do something different. And with St. Robinson and His Cadillac Dream, he's like, fuck it, let's go. Let's get in my car and drive.
Yeah,
and then and then Kid Things is like the actual change, and like we're still being kids, but we're having fun. And
maybe
so I agree with Carter a lot, by the way.
But as you said, the Robinson, it's just a story that he tells himself.
You
never know if he fully changes.
That's true.
He does do Speedway though. He does start
to drive away. And you know what? Even though Speedway is a really sad song, as we heard in Amy Hits the Atmosphere, things are getting worse, but it feels a lot better. So like, even if it might be a sad song, it might be good for him to like be sad. Yeah. And to have that change, you know.
It's kind of bittersweet at the end of it all because we don't know because as you said in Robinson, he does that cyclical thing. Yeah. It's a lot of where he's at mentally, and I think it's very interesting. It's very thought provoking for sure. I just wish I liked the music a bit more.
Yeah, we were listening to Third Eye Blind in the car the other day, and I played like one song, and John's like, "Oh, like that." I like this a lot better than the Counting Crows album, and he said that like it was going to offend me, and I was like, "Okay, that's fine."
But like, it's just a lot of Counting Crows. It feels just like something I just don't listen to. You know what I mean?
It's fine.
And it doesn't hit me in the face like that Third Eye Blind album.
I feel like Third Eye Blind is just more of your style of music.
I feel like I really try to do most. I don't know, when I listened to that Third Eye Blind self-titled album, it was hitting the music was striking me more.
We'll talk about that one day.
Yeah. Just I don't know why we brought that up, but it's
But yeah, no, you don't have to like it as much as I do. I like it a lot. I'm glad we got to talk about it. And you know what? I'm really glad I talked about it in the podcast because I noticed a lot of things about this album that I really just didn't notice before. Yeah. I just didn't know that so many of these songs tie together in the way that they did. Mm-hmm. I didn't even really know about the larger theme. I've listened to this album, by the way, like 100 times, like 150 times, so many times. But I just never really gave it as much thought I have now, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely a thought-provoking, well-written album for sure.
Also, fun fact. The first CD copy that I bought of this album, I don't have with me. It's at my cousin Scarlett's house. But the first CD copy, I've gotten like 4 or 5 CD copies.
Jesus.
The first one I got from a local thrift store. I need to be able to see both of you.
Okay.
Along with an album called Kerosene Hat by Cracker. And I was like, fuck it. Like, I know one song from each of these albums, like Hanging Around and then Low. So I'll just listen to it. And I ended up liking both of them quite a bit. I ended up liking this one a lot, obviously. That's why I love just grabbing things from thrift stores. Because it'll just be, oh yeah, this is my number 12 favorite album ever.
Yeah.
Also, really fun fact, I said I got Cracker and this at the same time. Dennis Lowery produced this album. Dennis Lowery, the lead singer of Cracker, produced this album, and I grabbed them both at the same time.
I feel like you've told me something about this before. That's very cool, though.
Isn't that kind of a funny little... also, the album artwork, if anyone was wondering, the album artwork is actually from a Neil Gaiman story called... I think the name of the story is, like, I replaced my dad with 2 goldfish or something. It's
interesting.
It says
is the whole album cover? Is every album artwork that?
No.
Okay.
Just the one thing... I don't know where the other pictures come from, but I know they were made for the thing because they're all representative of the song.
Yeah.
Like Mrs. Potter's Lullaby, her candle's burning out, thing. Amy Hit the Atmosphere, this is like a small town. She's stuck to the post. 4 days. I don't know what the fuck that means. All My Friends, this is The Leaf, obviously. Caught some grief from a falling leaf.
So very abstract, very absurdist.
I don't fucking think this represents maybe anything. This is just a great picture.
I'm an absurdist.
I wish I was a girl. This is interesting because it's like a picture you reaching out to a real hand, and I think probably he feels like he's so simple and
but they're
drawn
not
out.
touching.
They're not quite touching.
Yep.
Speedway, we talked about that one earlier, and then St. Robinson is kind of like that's the comment. He does talk about the circus or the carnival in the album, so these are all made for the songs.
Yeah.
Let me make sure they can see the album artwork real quick.
You already showed them all.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it looks good.
Oh, the artwork. Okay, the album.
Oh my god.
Did your phone stop?
My phone died, I think.
Oh, fuck.
Well, we have 2 cameras, dude. That's
Is my phone on?
Yeah, your phone's on.
Okay,
That's why we have 2 cameras.
Your phone wasn't your phone at 60%?
Yeah, my phone sucks. We're gonna get a lot of footage of me not in frame.
Oh
There'll be a lot of me
no.
not in frame.
What would you give The Counting Crows?
Hold on, let me be in frame real quick, bro.
Dang.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
What would I give the Counting Crows album, This Is Your Life, from 1999, their 3rd album?
Yeah.
First track, Hanging Around. 2nd track, Mrs. Potter's Lullaby. 3rd track, Amy Hit the Atmosphere. 4th track, 4 Days. 5th track...
What the fuck? What are you talking about?
All My Friends. 6th track, High Life. 7th track, Colorblind. 8th track, I Wish I Was a Girl. 9th track, Speedway. 10th track, St. Robinson is Cadillac Dream. Hidden track, Kid Things. That album?
Yes.
Sorry, Carter. Carter has a headache. 10?
10 out of 10?
Yeah, I don't
Give
know.
it like a 7 or an 8.
I would get higher than a 10. On my thing, if I check my phone, it probably is like a 10.85.
Interesting. I give it like a 7 or an 8.
But a lot of things get high. I give it like a 10.
Interesting.
If I have to give it a solid number. I give it an 11.
Cool.
I give everything an 11 though.
Alright.
What do you give it, Carter?
I haven't listened to it fully. I don't know.
You've listened to a lot of it with me. You've listened to most of it though, in various occasions.
At the end of it all, balls. They're round, kind of misshaped,
Kind of gross.
kind of gross to look at. We got them.
I'm glad I have them though.
Apparently you got ball surgery. You want to talk
Yeah.
about that?
You want to talk about
Your balls now.
What?
They are my balls.
I think I asked them to sit here so I could frame the shot earlier, and I was like, just talk, just act like you're talking. And they started talking about how
I cut my balls
he cut
off.
his balls off, and Carl's like, oh, that's crazy because I just got new balls surgery. I just got the new balls.
And it's your balls.
I checked the serial numbers on
You're
there.
the father.
It's the serial number that got the serial number on my balls. All right,
Well,
that's it.
thank you for watching Bingo Bongo episode 4.
We got some recommendations real quick.
Bingo Bango Bongo. Oh, we gotta do the recommendations.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna start off. This is a great recommendation. I feel like it's a music-related movie. I think me and Ashton are gonna have a great conversation about it. It's gonna be a movie called Almost Famous. I think it's from the year 2000. I think it stars what's her name? Kate
Hudson.
I don't think it's that.
Winslet.
I don't think it's that. It's
Kate
the girl.
Winslet.
It's the girl from Donnie Darko, the teacher.
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. It stars Drew Barrymore.
Girl.
I don't fucking know. It has Drew Barrymore. Carter's out. It has Drew Barrymore, and yeah, it has a bunch of other stuff. It's a good movie. We're gonna watch it.
We're also gonna talk about the album Morning View by Incubus. It's their 4th album. It's from the year 2001. It's really good. Listen to it. Oh, also, we're starting a trend right here. Every 5 episodes, I'm gonna talk about one of my top 10 albums of all time. So Morning View is like number 7 or 8 or something. So every 5 episodes for the first 50 episodes, I'm gonna talk about one of my top 10 albums, starting with Morning View by Incubus.
Okay. And I'll not do that. Every once in a while, though, I'm going to do an album a movie that I haven't seen.
I'm going to do that, too. Less often than John.
I haven't done it yet. But Carter's gone. I think we're done here. Bye!
Leave a comment.
Goodbye!
Subscribe if you want.
Leave! Oh my god, leave! Alright, we're done. Bye! Oh, don't sexually assault me on camera. Alright, we're done.
Bye, Carter.
We should all get food
Get
now.
some food. I'm better than John. John would just sit there and...
You know why you fart? You know why you fart?
What?
The fart is the reverberation of your ass cheeks, right? So that means if you fart silently, it's because you got no ass. My farts are rapid. They're extreme. They're loud. You know why? Because my ass cheeks reverberate. They smack each other rapidly. I got a big ass. That's on camera. That's on camera.
I want you to know, that's the outro.
I didn't.
Right there. Yes.
I didn't even. I forgot we recorded
after-
everything.